get started so that you can get to the try it. I want to try to grade the try it today since we're like didn't start again. So on number 42, remember we got to simplify the numerator first. So I'm not even looking at that bottom part. Okay, so what I have is x plus 8 over x squared. So I need to get a common denominator, right? Because this would be over a 1, so the common denominator would be x squared. But what I put on the bottom, I've also got to put on the top. Okay, so x squared times x would be x to the third plus 8 over x squared. Right to there? Okay, so now I'm doing the same thing to the denominator. Okay, so now I've got x. Okay, that's over 1 that I need to multiply by x to the third, x to the third. So that's going to give me x to the fourth minus 16 over x to the third. Okay, so that's the numerator, that's the denominator, but this fraction bar means we're going to do what with those two numbers, the top number and the bottom number? Divide. And so we keep dot flip. Okay, so I'm going to keep the top one, changing it, and now flipping it. So x to the third over x to the fourth minus 16. Get to there? So if it lose me, I want to make sure to stop. It's not very end and say I don't get it. Okay, so this is the one that we had the soap thing. Okay, so yesterday you had I think it was x to the third plus 1. So when we cube x to the third, we're looking for how many of three things of what you're taking out, okay? Which would just make it x. So that was your A. And then when you had 1, the cubed root of 1 is 1, right? It's 1 plus 1 plus 1. Okay. So this is different. Don't just think your B is 8. You got to take the cubed root of it. Okay. So my A on this one is x, right? And my B on this one is going to be what? 2. So if you don't know how to find cube roots, or that you should have some calculator that allows you to find the cube root of that number. Okay? So now we're plugging it in. So I'm just rewriting this numerator right now. So I'm going to do x, and we use the same, because remember it's so same. So I'm going to use a plus, and then I put my B. What do I put my first one? X squared. Square the A, x squared. Okay, so it's same, opposite. Now it's minus. What goes next? 2x. Put the A and B together. Okay, and then always positive. That's the last two letters. Right, so you're going to square the B. So 2 times 2, which would make it. And that's over x to the second. This is x to the third. Okay, but now I got to break down x to the fourth minus 16. So it's a perfect square binomial. So I'm going to go x to the second plus 4, which we know that can't be broken down. Okay, so x to the second plus 4. But the other one is x to the second minus 4. And that's another perfect square binomial. So I'm going to end up breaking that down further. Okay. So it was x to the second minus 4, so it'll be an x, a plus, and a minus, and the square of 4 would make it 2. Get there? Okay, so x plus 2, I got an x plus 2. I know I can't break that one down further. This one can go to there and just make it x. And then we can't go any further because if that was there, that would be that. Okay? So the answer to that one should be x squared minus 2x plus 4 over those 2 things.
Oh, yeah.
Good? Okay. So the next one. Oh my gosh. Doesn't do it like my other one. Let's just. That did. We used to have nice little erasers up front. Easy. Okay. So 43 is like the second one that we did. where I put a circle around it and said, we've got to simplify this first. Okay, and then we'll add this 7 once we get this simplified. Okay, so z is the numerator. It's simplified. I don't have to do anything with that. Okay, so z is my numerator. My denominator, what I have is 7 plus 7 over, and I'm going to flip it, okay, and make it z plus 7, or you can have x plus 7. Okay, this is over 1. They don't have a common denominator, so z plus 7 would be the common denominator. Okay, so whatever I put, why did we see that? Okay, so this is z, number 2, plus 7 on the bottom, and I've got to do the same thing on the top. So z plus 7. Okay, our common denominator is z plus 7, so now I need to distribute. So that's going to be 7 z plus 49 plus 7 over z plus 7. Get it there? Okay, so combining our like terms. Okay, so I have z. I'm going to put this here. So z is on top. We're going to flip this, right? So then I'm going to have z plus 7 on top over, and then we'll combine our like terms. So I have 7z plus 56. Okay, distributing that to simplify it before because we have to, if we were done and this didn't have the plus 7, we'd be done. We could just leave it, okay, and see if we have anything to cross cancel. But we have this plus 7, so I have to simplify my numerator. So distributing that would give me z squared, okay, plus 7z over z, or 7z plus 56. Good to there? Okay, so we had a circle, I moved it, but we had a circle around this and we had the plus 7. So now, since that first part is simplified, now I've got to add 7 to it, okay? So when I add 7 to this side, remember we put it over 1, but now I need to multiply it by 7z plus, okay. So when you do that, okay, you're going to, when you distribute your 7z times 7 and your 7 times 56, you're going to get a big number, okay? So on the top, once you combine your like terms, you're going to have z to the second, or x, whatever you put it on there, 56z plus 392 over your common denominator, which was 7z plus 56. A lot of people yesterday just forgot about the plus 7. Like they just stopped at the earlier part. Okay, so just be careful with that. So that's over 7z plus 56. You good? Okay. Last one. Oh.
I see him every day at night with his roommate, and he's like always driving around so fast.
Okay, what do I need to multiply this one by to get the common denominator? B. Okay, so I would have BW plus 4 over B. Okay, this one I would need to multiply by B to the second. Okay, so we would have, so B to the second, W to the second, minus 4 over. Good? Okay, so keep dot net. Okay, I'm going to flip that, but it means B to the second over B to the second, W to the second minus 4. Okay, I can't simplify that one. I could, but I'm going to leave it. So this one is our binomial. One's a plus, one's a minus. So BW2 and W2. Can we cross cancel anything?
Nope.
Liar.
Oh, wait, the B and the B.
The B. So the only thing is this one and this one. Okay. The B will be there. So your answer would be B on the outside. BW plus 4 over. Okay.
What if we just combine those two?
Okay, and then we had that question mark one where I think I changed that to a plus 2. Because then you could go further, but you can't. Good? Okay.
Was it alright if we just the fact that we didn't
Left it as B squared W.
because we knew that it wouldn't be able to.
As long as you know. Wow.
Well, I mean, like, I feel like it's negative 4 times.
Okay.